is Keith Kelfis with the Untrapped Podcast, and I've got Quentin Howell from Digital Dream Studios. We're going to talk about how to market your business on social media with video in 2022. Yes. What's up, Quentin?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Great. How you doing?
Before we get started, I want to say that this podcast, we're proud to announce that we are sponsored by Lowe's Home Improvement. Going to Lowe's and also Lowe's online, you can order any types of tools for your business. You can order materials ahead of time if you're in practically any industry. If you become a Lowe's Pro and have a Lowe's Pro partnership, you could just sign up at the front desk and they can get everything ready for you if you're a contractor, and you just walk in, pay, and they already got it ready to go. You load it in your truck, in your trailer, you're off. And I just got off a meeting with Lowe's a couple hours ago. If you sign up and get a Lowe's credit card, you get all types of bonus points and you can save money and all types of cool stuff. So we're sponsored by Lowe's. Check it out. I got the DeWalt on. And one other announcement, my live event is called the Marketing ROI Live Workshop. Get your tickets now at keithkelfis.com/ROI Live. It's going to be March 25th and 26th at the Cambria Hotel and Suite in Shelby Township, Michigan, March 25th and 26th. Go to keithkelfis.com/ROI Live to learn more about that. And right now we got Quentin Howell from Digital Dream Studios. This guy is he's literally one of my best friends, and I was about to talk him up so much because he really is phenomenal. And he's a man of God. He's a professional video guy, but way more. He's a filmmaker. He's got a movie on Amazon Prime. He was one of the main editors was it Channel 7 News? I get it mixed up. Yeah, Channel 7 News, and then quit doing that to go start his own media production agency. So he's a filmmaker. Dude's got like $100,000 in camera gear and all this stuff and all these clients. He shoots professional like TV commercials, documentaries. You've done stuff for like Discovery Channel too. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever seen some of my videos, like the really highly produced commercial style ones, I mean, that's Quentin Howell. And he's also going to be filming the Marketing ROI Live Workshop in March. So if you want to get around somebody who understands video and the psychology of marketing with video and how to tell stories to get your business to the next level and high perceived value on social media or advertisements. So when people see your video and see your business or your commercial, like a commercial for your business, you're just positioned as the best. So it's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
What's up, Quentin?
What's up?
So this is the funny thing that I want to ask you. You presented at the Marketing ROI Workshop in 2018. And
seems so far ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
When you kind of got up and started presenting, you were actually sharing simple things that were super, super effective that people can do to market their business with video. And it was like rule of thirds. Mm-hmm. You don't need a $20,000 camera. No. You were teaching people how they can tell stories in videos to market their business. Right. And I want to dive into that, like each topic at a time. Okay. And I want to start with storytelling. So what is the best type of camera to use if someone's just getting started, if they don't want to just use their phone? Mm-hmm. And how can they bring in a storytelling into their videos so they can cut through the noise and market their business if they have a home service business? Like we're probably talking to some lawn care, landscapers, window cleaners, pressure washers, people like that.
Yeah, I would say the first one I would recommend is a GoPro Hero, maybe 8, 9, 10. That one is pretty easy to use. It's pretty simple to use. It's small. You can take it anywhere. It breaks down the barrier between you and the camera. A lot of people don't like to see themselves on camera, initially. So looking at a camera and having your face looking back at you, sometimes people don't like that. So a GoPro is good for that because you can shut the camera off. I mean, the camera is looking back at you and just vlog and just be in the day in the life of. Now, ask the second question because you went really deep on the second one.
Yeah, I did already. So the second one is storytelling.
Right.
So people want to shoot videos for their business and they want to market and promote their business, but they're like, well, what do I say? How do I do it? Like they're so busy doing the work. They can't even get themselves in the mind frame of how do I actually make these videos? What do I make the video about? Like, I want my customer to see a video so that we can position ourselves so that they'll pick up the phone and call us, or I want to start a YouTube channel. Where would somebody even begin?
Well, it's two different mindsets to sort of attack it or approach it. I would say one mindset would be the day in the life of kind of just vlogging type style where you just take people along the journey while you're growing. A lot of people don't like people seeing behind the scenes. They might feel intimidated. They might feel insecure about where they are. They might want to be bigger in their mind. So they may not want to present that type of view to their customers, potential customers. So you may have to come out of pocket to hire somebody to make you look higher end or to give you that bigger than life kind of look. But are you ready for that kind of clientele too?
wait a second. You just said something huge. So many people are insecure about maybe where they're at in their business, or they feel like they should have all brand new vehicles with these beautiful vinyl wraps and all the employees having like matching uniforms and all these things. And if you're not at that point yet, just say you're still chucking a truck, which is great. So there's one school of thought, which is like, if you can't fix it, feature it. Mm-hmm. Chucking a truck. Like, right. We got you. But then if you're saying if you hire a professional video guy, like someone like yourself, you can position yourself at a higher level than you actually are. You're not lying or anything, but you're just nice camera work, everything super primo, which can actually be more aspirational to help you get those higher level clients that you want to grow into. True. Talk more about that and what type of videos you should put on your website. Like, break that whole thing down.
All right. Well, there's no wrong way to do it. Mm-hmm. First off, there's no wrong way to do it. Everybody can do their own path, their own way. Is just sticking to it until it works, until it pays off. You know, if you're going to go the day in the life of follow me along my journey, if you're going to go that route, stay that route and really lean into that. Like, constantly produce that kind of content, constantly bring people along the journey with you and be real. It's okay. You know, it's okay. It's a very vulnerable position. I know you do that a lot. That's what your brand is. And it's paid off. It's paid off as far as inspiring people, motivating people. I've been to a lot of events where people flew across the United States to be there, to see you. So that means a lot. It takes a strong person, an individual, and most entrepreneurs are, to be able to be vulnerable, be able to not only be vulnerable, but teach in those positions. So if you do that way, stay that way. For websites and things like that, that's going to last a long time.
Are you okay? My little puppy here. He's fine.
He's so cute.
He just squeaked a little bit, and I didn't even pick him up that hard. My wife says that, like, she took him to the vet. This is Gino. My wife rescued him. They were going to put this dog down because he has a heart murmur. And then I came home from work one day. I was like, we do not have room for another pet. And then I fell in love with him, and here he is. And he's going to be okay. But even at the vet, if they even just try to hold him down a little bit to do something, he'll start crying. So I'm just being careful with him, letting you know I've never hurt him. But all right, what were you saying?
I was talking about being vulnerable, right? Yeah. Leading and teaching and being vulnerable at the same time. Most teachers or most leaders think you can't be vulnerable in your leadership, but you've proved that to be true. You can and still have people actually relate to you, still use you. You still got major clients. Like, it doesn't detach or detract from who you are.
That's one thing. I've literally have showed up at my clients' properties. We're doing a $15,000 landscape job, and it's day 3. And the client comes out with his coffee. Hey, I was watching your videos last night. And I'll freeze and I'll be like, which ones? He's like, well, you know, I've had all different responses. Hey, man, that's awesome, man. I was watching. I can relate, man. Good for you, bro. Fist bump, man. All right, I'll see you later. I'm like, whoa. Did you hear the ones where I was cussing, where I was talking about low-paying, nitpicky clients? I had another client who's a great client. He's one of my best clients. He came out one day. He goes, hey, I was watching your videos last night. I'm like, oh, which ones? He goes, I got a question. He goes, I'm not one of those low-paying, nitpicky clients that you were complaining about, were you? Not, he didn't say complaining, but he was talking about. I'm like, no, definitely not. But I said my videos are geared towards contractors and people that are trying to start their business and break through self-limiting beliefs. So don't watch that stuff no more. But anyways, be careful what you say, because you will open up a Pandora's box, you know? So.
Yeah. And one thing I guess people are really nervous about is feedback or criticism. Once you start putting yourself out there, you're going to get feedback and criticism. I mean, it is what it is. The universe is sort of balanced, as they say. For every good comment, for every good 10 comments, you'll get one negative comment.
Yep.
You know, it'll always be there. So you can't get around that. It's just life, right? But if you're going to go to a website, like if you're marketing and if you want your video to live and have some kind of life and longevity, you want to go higher end for websites. For websites and things that are going to last a long time, you want to go to the higher end. I would say hire somebody if you're not confident enough to do it yourself, and go that route.
So if you have a website, which you should have a website, if you're going to have a video on the website, and if you want to do a really high quality professional video that's going to sit on the website for 1, 2, 3 years, make it a professional one.
Oh, sure.
Not just some vlog of, hey, look, we're doing this thing. And this is, you know.
And if you're going to run like ads or anything specials, I would say go a little bit higher end. You don't have to go super high end, you know, with the top of the line video guy, but something that's professional is something that is not vloggy style, because vloggy style is good for certain things. It's not good for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for bringing people along your journey. It's good for being real with people, getting rid of that wall between the professional side of you and the real side of you. Like, it's a little bit closer to the real side of you. Of course, when you vlog, you can't be 100% real just because the world can't take truth a lot.
Yeah.
Some things you keep to yourself. And,
I've always wanted to do a real vlog, but in the professional world of, what's the word? In the jurisdiction of doing commerce, you have to put on a game face.
Yeah, you do.
And kind of show a highlight reel. And that's the funny thing that's what I love about YouTube and social media and all that. Some of these companies that you look at, you're like, man, they really got their act together. All the vans, they're vinyl wrapped, everything. They're so organized. But behind the scenes of a lot of companies, it's a lot of helter-skelter chaos going on. But they hide all that from the public view. They're shiny and they got their game face. But I think that vulnerability is the new credibility.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's something that's newer. It's something that wasn't around probably 15 years ago before YouTube. It was something that people really never saw before YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and everything, where you can put ideas and thoughts out into the world immediately and have an immediate response. It wasn't around. So
I like that. So what about the storytelling? If somebody they do want to make a video themselves, how would they even edit it? And what's the thought process around telling a story? So when the customer watches the video, the customer is like, I really like this. I feel like I know them. I like them. I trust them. I want to pick up the phone. I want to call them and hire them.
Mm-hmm. Know the goal before you start. Know what you want the end goal to be. If I want 20 more customers, what do those customers look like? What is the demographic? What is the economics behind that look like? Do I want people that's coming from an area that's a $300,000 area? It's in different ways that you have to sort of put different bait on your reel to get different fish. So with higher end, sort of with that kind of stuff, you got to present yourself that way.
You told the story at Marketing ROI where you talked about how like the dad wanted to throw the baseball with the kid, but then he had to cut the grass. But then say, for instance, it's a app and something.
Oh, yeah. It was a story. If I remember correctly, it was a story about a father wanting to spend time or play. What was it? Go to the baseball game, right? Yeah. The son was on the baseball team and he was like, Dad, can you come to my baseball game? And he was like, no, I got work to do. It was like one scenario played out. He got work to do. He missed the game. Son comes home. He had the winning catcher or the winning, whatever it was, right? And then it's another version of that happening. And the father is actually in the bleachers with the son, right? The son is going down. Then he get the winning catch or whatever happens, right? And they're walking together and you got the little son, you know how they do, having a good time. In the bleachers, he was able to use an app to schedule his home care or his lawn care to come out. And then all you see is the logo of the lawn care company.
Yeah, it doesn't show any of the work being done. It's not like Hire Us. It just shows a happy father at his son's ball game and his son makes the winning catch and the dad was there to see it because of this lawn care company or like the app or whatever.
Yeah, lawn care
made his life. So you're showing this end result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, you don't have to show equipment. You don't have to show, he wants to type. You don't have to show equipment. You don't have to show what you do. You just want to show results. You want to show what are you doing for a customer? What's the benefit that they're getting out of using your particular company over another company? Is it convenience? Is it you hire us and we take care of everything for you as far as lawn care? You know your strengths. I can't tell you what your strengths are, but the biggest thing is you have to make it strictly what's beneficial to the customer, not what's beneficial to you.
And how do you condition your brain to understand that thought process? Like I'm even drawing a blank right now. Is there an exercise that you can run to get yourself to think that way? So when you do make a video, even if it's with your phone, tell me.
Oh yeah, for sure. We all do it and we all know it. It's called being a customer ourselves. Think about you in that particular service that you use that is like, man, this really stands apart from other services that I've used before. And if you can figure out what they're doing and how it's making you feel, if you can duplicate that to your customers and clients, then you're onto something.
Okay.
Stick around as Keith returns with more of the Untrapped podcast in just a moment.
Hey guys, I just want to say this podcast episode is brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. I'm super proud we have a brand new sponsor, Lowe's, and you can get a lot of stuff you need for your business from Lowe's, and also you can shop on Lowe's online and they'll deliver almost anything right to your doorstep. All right, let's get on with the show.
This is Untrapped with Keith Kalfas.
About an hour ago, Lowe's actually just came and they installed a new back screen door on the back of my house.
Right.
Because it has a little flappy magnetic dog door.
I noticed that. I said, is this new? But I'm like, I must have just missed it.
I'm trying to build efficiency into my life.
Okay.
And I have to let the dogs in and out and out and out and in and out. And then my wife's yelling, hey, what the dogs? And I'm like, hey, dogs. She just drive me nuts, bro. So I march into Lowe's and I'm like, give me you got a screen door with a dog door in it. So I don't have to let these dogs in and out all the time. They did. And then I literally, the phone call, because I don't care about the door.
Right.
I mean, sure, it's the color white, but I just want a result. I want free time to work without getting interrupted. Like, I love my dogs, but if you're getting up literally 5, 6, 7, 8 times an hour to let them out, you can't get anything done. So how would you, a door installer, can you think of something? Like, we can go through 100 different scenarios of like HVAC, heating and cooling, window cleaning. That's what we got to do with you.
What's that?
We got to just get some carry out, feed you, like pay you. And I want to lock you down for like 2-3 hours. And then we'll get people asking questions and we'll go for like 2-3 hours of like different scenarios. Cause I'm telling you, this Quentin is brilliant with this stuff. Like, this is what you do.
Yeah.
And ask you different scenarios. So give me a scenario right now, what I just told you.
With
I'm putting you on the spot. The doggy door. A commercial. It's a commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go a lot of different ways. The first thing that comes to mind is now that we're like in 5-10 degree weather, in and out, in and out, in and out. It just reminds me of my father saying, what, we made of money? We're trying to heat the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be sort of funny. I think everybody has that creative genius that they can tap into. Something's funny to you, right? If it's funny to you, chances are it's funny to a million other people. If you can sort of encapsulate that into a commercial and infuse some of that hilariousness or humor into a commercial.
Okay, so there would be a man on the couch saying, what are we trying to heat the outside?
Right.
And then there'd be like, well, I'm going to steal it and keep going.
No, you go.
I imagine like a grandma or something. She's freezing, but there's like icicles coming down, like real dramatic.
Right.
And the dogs are going in and out and someone's letting the dog in and out. And what's next?
Keep going.
Okay,
you
so
got it.
All of a sudden.
You're really good at this. You know you are.
Okay.
You're trying to hold back.
All right. And then, I don't know, the mailman comes and then he slips and falls and the dog's barking out the window. It's just, the dog just needs to be let outside, right? So the person gets so fed up, the music comes in and this shows the drone, like Lowe's, and then they're walking into Lowe's and they're marching, like, and there's the icicles are melting and then then all of a sudden there's like the happy Lowe's door install guy and he's showing them all the doors and the music's playing and then. And
or you cut out the middle and just go straight from problem to result, right? Problem to result. Cut out the middle.
So it shows like an installer with a hat and the professional tool belt, and he's putting the door in, and all of a sudden the dog runs in and out the door.
Or just leaving.
Huh?
He's just leaving.
He's just leaving.
Yeah.
He's not even.
It's not even. Yeah, it's already installed.
It's
cut the excess out. That's a 30-second or 10-second commercial.
Wow. So. And then what would the result look like, though?
She's in Hawaii shorts, you know. They're saving on heat. Like, they're in a balmy place now. The house is warm again. The dogs are having a good time. She's drinking a pina colada.
Drinking a pina colada.
Yeah.
So we did the X-Mark commercial this summer.
Yeah.
Where you hired the actor.
Yeah. Dude, he was actually my friend, but yeah. He actually was coming in from Vegas. Yeah. We went to film school together. He is funny.
So, and you had it like, he looks at me. You guys got to see the video. Yeah. Just type in Keith Kelfa's X-Mark on YouTube. It's a funny commercial.
Yeah.
But at the end, you had me hop in your RV. Quentin came out with a tropical shirt and sunglasses, these Tommy Bahama glasses. And I drove off in an RV like I was going on vacation.
And the concept was get on with your summer. So that was the concept. So it basically is get on with your summer. Don't spend your whole entire summer taking care of your lawn, taking care of outside chores around the house. X-Mark can help you save that time. They're nice, big, beefy tires and quick cutting blade, blah, 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 blah. But
So there was this other commercial that we did, Jill's Office. What was your mindset? If you've ever seen, we did a commercial for Jill's Office. They're like these highly trained virtual receptionists. They answer phones for service businesses just like yours and mine. Go to jillsoffice.com and mention the name Keith and save money when you sign up. See, we're a partner and they are awesome. So if you need someone to answer the phone in your service business, check out Jill's Office. But we did a commercial for them and like you literally had me climb up a ladder and we had like a prop cell phone and I was trying to answer the phone on the ladder like the stressed out business owner trying to answer my own phone. And you'll accidentally drop the phone and then you'll have like the bucket of soap with the squeegee and you're going to have the phone fall into the bucket and splash. And now I'm super pissed off and upset.
Right.
How did you think of all that?
Just thought of the concept of being a small business owner, like I am. Being a small business owner, you wear multiple hats, right?
Yeah.
It's always like every second of your day, you're trying to like switch over to something different. You're trying to be a secretary. You're trying to be a marketer. You're trying to be a sales agent. You're answering your own phones. You're actually doing the work yourself. You're studying. Like there's a lot of study that goes into being an entrepreneur too. So that's so much stuff you're learning, right? So wearing multiple hats was the concept. Instead of wearing multiple hats, let Jill's office wear the hat that they wear easily, and you can take that hat off your head, so to speak. So yeah, that was the concept.
So you're saying the concept right now, but how does your marketing brain come up with that? So somebody, if they wanted to make like their own video, because I'm at the point, if I want a super high level, like commercial style video, and I want it to be funny and entertaining and have a storyline, I call you because you come up with all these ideas. Where did you learn how to do that?
Well, I have friends in my life, right? But I don't have a lot of friends.
You have friends.
I don't have a lot of friends. And I was very sheltered growing up, right? So imagination was a big thing. And I used to do Legos, was like my big thing. And I used to always create things and stuff you couldn't create, you just created in your mind. So I don't know if I just leaned on that particular aspect of what's inside of me and it just developed more. You know, because other people say, oh, it's so easy for you and it's not easy for me. And I think because it's easy for me, it's easy for everybody else. So I say, oh, it's no big deal. Like I just came up with it. Like it's not that stressful or hard for me to think about. I can think about it a couple minutes and I can come up with something.
So, I mean, you filmed an entire movie. It's on Amazon Prime, Detroit Nights.
Neon
Detroit Nights. I'm sorry.
It's close.
And I watched it again recently. I love it. So the average person who's busy as heck and has a bunch of things going on, family and bills to pay, and they want to make a video to like market their business, you will actually sit down and you take like a legal pad and a pen and you start writing down ideas. Like, how do you?
I usually get a sense for what the business personality is like.
Okay.
Like your personality, I know you personally. So I know that if I bring an idea that's funny and has some humor to it, you'll accept it. Other clients be like, no way. That's not our brand. Like we want to be serious. We don't want to be no humor, straight above board. We just need something simple. And I'm cool with that too. The reason I like doing things that are more memorable is because I'm sort of like Keith in the way, like I like having big ideas and sort of sometimes overshooting the runway, so to speak. We might have big ideas, but we may not be able to execute them all the way, but it stretches us. It takes us to that creative place that we like to live in sometimes. As an entrepreneur, being so serious so much, you need that outlet. So sometimes I like doing silly things or things that are memorable more than just straight, here's our service. Here, you want our service? You know, that kind of stuff.
I remember you came and you filmed a video for me a few years ago on a client's property. And I'm like, hey, let's do this thing where I'm like, I pretend like I'm crawling on the grass.
Yeah, I just watched that. Yeah.
Okay. But then just for a goof, I'm crawling on the grass and you're peeking behind the bushes and I lift my leg like I was a dog peeing real quick. It was just a stupid, funny thing. And it was funny.
Right.
But to me, that's funny. But like a customer might take it as disrespect or this guy's a clown, man. And I tried to. So there's a line here.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the line?
Oh, well, that video we were doing, it was just for your own audience. It wasn't for the client.
Never.
You know, it wasn't to get customers. So the line, of course, is stay professional. Yeah, I know right now it's very controversial to do anything that's maybe can be viewed in a different kind of light. Like you may have an Asian in your commercial and somebody might say, oh, that's racist, or everybody's hyper like sensitive. Everything is like hypersensitive. So people overthink things and it sort of takes out the life of things. The nature of things are just so perverted. So
I instantly start thinking of Dave Chappelle's comedy and growing up watching that and screaming, laughing. And I actually look back, like I love stand-up comedy. I grew up on stand-up comedy. I love George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Bill Burr is pretty good. There's a bunch of them. But growing up with all these different types of jokes and stuff, to me, I think for that time it was a positive thing. And now I see how hypersensitive people are. It's too polarizing to the point where I see it as a negative thing. I liked it. The comedy, like I'm already polarizing right now. Just talk to people.
Just say something wrong. Just say something. I'm gonna sue you. Sue button.
But it's like, I think that fast forward 20 years in the future, everybody's just going to be animatrons being like not talking to anybody else and everybody's afraid to even look at anybody else. But I hope not. We live in a beautiful world, and I think that for the 99% of people are great. And to add to that real quick, it's a little bit off topic. My father-in-law, my wife's father, I love him so much. I said something to him one time when I was starting my business and I was real stressed out. I was like, I thought that the world was like a mean, greedy place and everybody scratching at each other for a buck. And because I was experiencing that. And he's like, Keith, what are you talking about? I see a beautiful world of look at all these hardworking people that get up and go to work every day and they make the economy run and they keep their houses together and they raise their families. I see a beautiful world of people who care. And that just like changed my whole paradigm. And that helped me in my business because when I saw things in a more optimistic light, I instantly started getting better clients and everything changed for me. And it took somebody who was older and wiser to point that out to me. All right. So you have like an Airy Alexa camera. You have like $100,000 and all this different type of crazy camera gear and like actual movie cameras for real. Like we shot a commercial 2 weeks ago and you came over with all this crazy stuff and camera sliders. But can somebody do it all on their phone?
Of course. You can do everything on your phone nowadays. Like it's a whole different day we living in. Like some stuff I see on phones, I can't even tell that they were shot with phones. Like that potato jet guy.
Yeah.
He just did an iPhone versus the C70.
Really?
Yeah. And some scenes I was getting wrong. So
you couldn't even tell the difference.
Couldn't tell the difference.
So why would somebody go out and buy a $5,000 or even a $2,000 camera when they could just use their phone?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
No. It's only when you come up against that ceiling where you maxed out where you are.
Yeah.
And that's when you need the next piece of device that helps you get to that next level. I wouldn't suggest anybody go out and get any like $5,000, $10,000 camera right now, just because if you're not making money off of it, I mean, it's just a hobby, right?
Exactly. My wife and I last night, we were about to get an Airbnb in Florida and we're looking for people that have vlogged Airbnbs. And when we found this channel, there's this like girl with her husband and you could tell she did it all on her phone. We didn't care.
Right.
We were just watching the videos of the Airbnbs and watched a couple videos and got a feel of what the properties are like. I could care less that it was done on a cell phone.
Right.
So where does that translate into a professional service business? And where's the line? Do you think that like a basic cell phone quality video with like a guy just talking, say, hey, we're doing the pressure washing. Look, there's Joe. He's doing it. It's dirty. Now it's clean. Click the link below and get a free quote.
Where do I think the line is? Like I said, basically is where as a business owner, most people know what piece of device or tool they're maxing out. If you're using a camera and you're like, oh, this is getting in my way now, and you need something else that will get out of your way and help you produce that content easier, then yeah, it's time to upgrade. It's time to upgrade and get a better camera or something that can give you a better image or better quality. When we started on our journey, we started back, 15 years ago?
Yeah, we met on Craigslist in 2009.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
I bought a camera off him on Craigslist.
Right.
And I came over, I went to your apartment and I was broke. I was like, bro, I'm so nervous. How much was it? 450?
Yeah, I think it was 450.
The Canon HV30.
Yep.
Bro, I shot so many music videos with that.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends. All right.
Yeah. So just like us, if we could afford the higher end cameras, we would have got them. Right.
Yeah.
We would have got them. But you get what you can afford. You get what's best for you. I wouldn't put any limitations or overthink any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Any of this stuff. All you're trying to do is get out content that's going to get you customers, land you customers. That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to win any Oscars or Emmys or any nominations with visual storytelling per se. It's just getting that next level of client, growing your business to the next level. That's what the biggest thing is, growing to the next level.
Bro, my friend, Coach Carroll, he's going to be speaking at the live event, DJ Carroll. He's speaking at Marketing ROI live event, March 25th and 26th in Shelby Township, Michigan. Get tickets. KeithKelvis.com/ROI live. But anyways, he did a Facebook ad a few years ago. He has a pressure washing, soft washing business. And he's got like a house and it just shows like either a before and after, I think it was like totally dirty and then clean in his logo. And he ran it as a Facebook ad all over Louisville's current market. And he just got flooded with phone calls. And I think he said it did like, he got over $150,000 in work by taking a simple cell phone video and running it as an ad targeted to a specific market, $399 and boom, done.
Yeah.
With his phone. And it worked. So he just kept doing it over and over and over. That's the power of video marketing. So I think if you take and you make a bunch of videos, make like one video per week and then run them all, see which one performs the best organically with the customers and even ask them, how did you hear about us? How did you hear about us? Oh, I saw your video on Facebook. Find the winning video and go through and run ads behind it. Then download your customer list with the email list, upload that to Facebook and go create an audience out of that and then run ads specifically in front of your customers. Like there's so many organic ways to do that, but I like this. What about framing and composition and rule of thirds and all that? Do you think that matters?
Initially, I mean, as long as you are centered, and that means just centered inside the frame. If the frame is the box, you got to be in the middle, not too much headroom. I mean, that's now the audience out there, they've seen millions of videos and they have like an appetite for at least the baseline. Yeah. If you don't get the baseline right, they out of there. Your audio is garbage. Your image is out of focus or is a garbage camera and your framing is terrible. They can only see like the bottom half of your face and they're out of there. Like there's no credibility there, you know, none. If you can't get those basics right, how can you give me some kind of service that will be reputable? You know, so it matters for a baseline. Okay. Once you get that baseline, everything else is whatever you do with that.
So the baseline is things that have to be centered frames,
frame it up right. Like here we go. We'll go with the Bible. If you're in the picture, your head, give yourself a little bit of headroom. Like this camera right here, a little bit of headroom. We fixed it. A little bit of headroom.
So breathes.
And if you're talking, you're the only main focus. You can be right in the center, just like we are right here. Now, if you're talking to somebody and you got a 2-shot, of course, just give them a little bit of room.
Yeah. So there's 2 of us.
Yeah. Make sure they have enough room. Make sure you have enough room. You're centered decently. And that's it. Don't overthink it, but don't do the bare minimum where it's garbage. It's shaky. You know, the video's super shaky. The sound isn't good. You're too far from the microphone. You know it's good video.
So here's like a good example. Like right now, there's 2 of us. You can see we're in this 2-shot. There's breathing room on each side, but we're centered.
Right.
But since the camera is far away, we have a microphone right here. Hear that?
Yeah.
Catching our audio so we have a good audio.
Right.
So talk about audio. When does it suck and when does it?
Audio. If you got a great microphone and it's way across the other side of the room, garbage. I don't care how good it is. It's just the distance. Distance matters with audio. The good thing about cameras and camera phones, the audio that they have, the microphone built in, of course, it's close to your face. It's right there. You don't even have to think about it. And we start moving up to cameras that actually have like the mirrorless cameras or the cameras where you change the lenses on. Yeah. You actually have to put an actual dedicated microphone on top of that camera. Like the microphone built in is garbage. It's subpar. It's subpar. You can't get away with it now in today's age. Like I said, people have seen millions of videos by now, and they just will not accept bad audio, bad lighting, bad video now. Okay.
Now for like lighting, how important is lighting if you're filming outdoors in the middle of the day?
Oh, filming outdoors in the middle of the day, you really don't have to worry about it. The camera is going to expose correctly for you. You really don't have to worry about it. If you're filming in a dark environment, of course, bring some light. Dark environments are considered anything indoors. Anything inside of indoors, get a light box, get a light. It's cheap, only like $100. A soft box that you put on top of it is another $50. Like it's really inexpensive. And it's a million YouTube videos out there to help you get started with the basic look.
I kind of had this idea, like, what if you can go literally on the customer's property? Oh, it's another thing, media release forms.
Right.
How does that work?
Well, you can write that straight into your contract. Some nice fine print at the bottom. Every property we usually like to do some media on site. We may take a picture of your property, a before and after. We may do something that may use your property as one of our promotional properties or something like that. So you just add it to the agreement.
I've straight up asked a customer, hey, you just signed this right here. If I can just make a little tiny Facebook videos, no big deal, right? And the customer is like, oh, sure, go for it. And then I call up Quentin and he comes out with a movie camera. We got a drone and like actors, and the customer's like looking out the window like, what is going on?
Right. A lot of people are very intrigued, though. When you start bringing out a lot of cameras, the customers, they actually like want to be around that environment. Yeah. So a lot of people, I rarely ever get anybody when I'm filming or doing anything that is like, no.
We did the X-Mart commercial, and we walked up in Weingart's, and Quentin was you were on a Segway with a camera with a gimbal. And you pulled up in this big van and you got all this gear. And I'm like literally acting and walking through Weingart's, and people are like, what the hell?
Right in the middle of just a regular day. Yeah. Regular customers in the background.
And we're filming a commercial.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so fun. I love that stuff. So that's another thing. What about feeling super uncomfortable and self-conscious and insecure about, like, you feel like a crazy person walking around videotaping yourself, especially on a customer's property? People get Talk about that.
You're going to. That's one thing. The thing that you have to realize is that we've all been there. Like most people that are on camera are not natural on camera. Like you had to develop that skill and that muscle as far as being able to be in front of a camera, thinking about all the thoughts that's running through your head. What if they don't like me? Or what if I look funny? What if this is wrong? I got to look a certain way. Everybody's been through that a million times. It's just something that you have to just go through. There's nothing you can get around. You have to go through it.
Dude, I look at my videos on YouTube and some of my top videos were filmed with my phone. They got hundreds of thousands of views. And they are videos that after I filmed the video with my phone, I had eaten lunch and there's like a little bit of ranch in my beard.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I can't upload that. They're going to think I'm an idiot. Upload.
Right.
And I've had food in my teeth. I've cleared my throat, blinked my eyes, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Get over it sometimes.
You get over it. You get over it. You'll get over it. I mean, I was voted class shy in 12th grade. And guess how I got over it? I lost my job. I lost everything at one time. And I had no choice but to go door to door. That was the only place hiring back then. And it was an alarm company. And I was going door to door in the wintertime, knocking on people's doors, face to face, getting rejected, doors slammed in my face. But I did really well, which is surprisingly, because I was like a voted class shy, right? And I wasn't, 21? Or 23. Yeah, I was 23. So I wasn't too far removed from that, right? 12th grade, you're only 18, right? A couple years, 5 years later, nothing challenged me in life to make me come out of that shyness until I got those jobs where I was going door to door, face to face, doing sales, direct customer sales, and getting that rejection and realizing they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting your product. They might be in a bad mood. Something might happen in their day. They don't have the money. Who knows, right? And I had to go through that, though, to get to the other side of it. So nobody starts off with all the cards in their hand. It's going to be something you're going to be lacking on.
You know what helped me tremendously was the book, The Power of Vulnerability by Brene Brown. Look up her TED Talk on YouTube or get the audiobook, and that'll help you tremendously if you have challenges with feeling or being vulnerable. And then, like I said, vulnerability is the new credibility.
Yeah.
And so just be yourself.
That's all you can be, right?
There's a guy, Ben Stein, he didn't get famous for that, but he is famously known as like the most boring guy in media. Mm-hmm. And he's doing commercials like, I'm Ben Stein. So my friend Stan Genetics says, be yourself with the volume turned all the way up. Mm-hmm. Man. All right. So one more thing I was thinking of, if you have a landscaping business, show the process. It can even be at pictures before, during, after. And it could be just you doing like a voiceover, or you take your phone and be like, hey, I'm Joe with Joe's Landscaping, and I'm going to show you some pictures of our work. We're right here in Des Moines, Iowa, and click the link in the description below and get a free quote. Here's our phone number. Here's the pictures before. Here's our crew working. After, and show like a bunch of those of the work that you do and upload it to YouTube, upload it to Facebook, to Instagram. Take that link and put it inside of an email, collect all your clients' emails and send it out in an email blast in the spring. We're now offering these types of services. Here's proof of what we do. Take those pictures and upload them inside of a Google My Business where the photos are, and then encourage your customers to take pictures of your work with their IP address and upload that as well to Google My Business. So you have multiple diverse, like verified IP addresses, other people showing pictures of what we call results in advance. Results in advance is like actually showing the customer the real thing. So since there's so many people that are scared or shy or embarrassed or too vulnerable to make videos and vlogs about their business, that's a huge advantage, because if you could just break through that little tiny barrier, you open yourself up to a whole market of creating free organic content that you get to the customers before someone else does, because you actually have videos showing it. And if you just do that more and more often than your competition, you're like top 10% within 6 to 9 months. Like I see brand new companies starting and they market themselves with social media like that, and they're getting all this work and they look bigger than what they are just because they're doing it new school. It's like interesting. I love it.
That was a whole class you taught right there.
Oh, okay.
Like you should do a PDF. Anytime Keith speaks like this, you got to make him slow down. You should do a PDF on exactly what you said, how to do it step by step by step. And just put it, hey, here's a download link.
I already have all that. If you want a free PDF download of all that, go to keithkelfis.com/7 steps. You can get the 7 steps to marketing your business PDF toolkit. It's totally free. keithkelfis.com/7 steps.
Look at there. Yep.
Sorry.
See, you got it all figured out.
You got it all figured out, man. I look up to you. I admire you. Every time I'm around Quentin, I like we're friends for real, but I don't know. I circle around him like he's like my big brother, and I'm asking him all these questions. I'll call him late at night and ask him about the Holy Spirit, and I'll take out the Bible, and he's just schooling me on Christ. And thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, man. Look up to you too, man. Thank you. Yeah.
So people in the comments, Ditch the Itch. What's up, bro? Asking about the Marketing ROI Live Workshop. It's March 25th and 26th in Shelby Township, Michigan. You can get tickets at keithguffis.com/ROI Live, and I'll see you there. You're going to be there too.
Yep.
So if you guys want to meet Quentin in person, ask him questions about videos, cameras, and all that stuff. And I don't know if he's taking on any clients, but you want a dope commercial for your business, you're going to pay for it. Because you're going to get like the best of the best, bro. Do you hate it when I say that?
It is what it is, right?
Say,
everything costs, right? You just say I'm expensive. I'm like, I don't
you're
think
like,
I
no,
am.
if you want the best value.
Best value, okay.
Oh, man. Where can people find you on social media?
Which is weird. I'm like a mechanic with a busted car, but I love fixing cars. I'm like a mechanic. Got a shop and everything, but my car myself is like,
You're just so busy doing it.
And I'm doing it for everybody else, but I don't take really a lot of time to do it for myself. It's that thing. It's the weird part of being in business, the media business, that the better you are, the less sometimes you have to work on your own stuff. And that's sort of where I am. And then if I turn my volume up to rep my business, I might not be as comfortable as I am. I'm busy, but I'm comfortable. I'm not at that point to where I'm like, pulling my hair out. I hate what I do.
So what's your Instagram?
Don't follow me. I'll explain. I'm not really posting, but I post like, once a week or once 2. I don't know. That's Quentin Howell, 01. Quentin Howell, 01. Or Neon Detroit Nights. And Neon Detroit Nights is up there, but I don't know. You can watch the movie now. I put it on YouTube, as a matter of fact. It's still on Amazon Prime, but I put it on YouTube because I'm like, this is my first movie. Like, I got other movies that'll be a lot better than this, but I needed to get that one out.
I love it. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us, and really appreciate you. Appreciate your time. And you can listen to this episode if you missed it on the Untrapped podcast. New shows coming out every single Monday on all podcast platforms. We're on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, now on Spotify. If you could go to Spotify and leave us a well-worded positive 5-star review, it helps the rankings of the show. And we'll see you in the next show. Peace.
Peace.